Good morning. You know, there's two ways of expressing I am enough. There's two ways of expressing the I am enough. And one comes from a sense of defiance through the ego. Through the ego that has had enough of the bullying, for example. Enough of the put-downs where your response, your defensive response, is to tell yourself, in defiance of all the battering and the hardships that come your way, where your mind, your ego mind, will say, I am enough. By golly, I am enough, and I'm going to prove it. And then that usually shifts us into a doing movement. We will do all sorts of self-development to prove to others, but mostly to ourselves, that we are enough. And that kind of response comes from the ego mind, from a defense. It's another defense mechanism. The other expression of I am enough comes from the soul. Comes from the soul recognition of your origin. That your origin is not this mortal human physical expression known as Rene, right? This is soul knowing. It's not a doing. It's a knowing in your deepest aspects, in your deepest part, that you are divine energy encapsulated in this physical body. And that self-awareness, that I am awareness, is a knowing that I am enough. And it requires no doing. This knowing creates a peace on the inside. An unshakable peace, an unshakable certainty that requires no self-development. But external changes are noticed by this internal truth as the body aligns itself and the mind aligns itself to that knowing of I am enough, or I am the all. I am the all having a human experience. That takes away all striving, all having to prove myself to anyone, not even to myself, because the awareness of this self that knows it is enough is the higher awareness of your soul, of your divinity, right? Whereas when it comes from the mind, it's an act of rebellion, it's an act of defiance, and I will prove myself, right? If you understand this, what I mean, it's coming from a different place. So there's two ways to experience the I am enough. One is from the mind, and it'll be defensively, and you'll do all kinds of actions to prove it to yourself. And the other is the knowing, the conscious knowing of the soul. I am.